Well, today there's a group of people who have gathered. They're mostly actually non-Bahrainis who have decided to put out a call of solidarity with the Bahraini people. They're marching from the Saudi embassy to the White House. They're starting at the Saudi embassy because Saudi has been complicit. They have troops on the ground, not only Saudi, of course, but the GCC as well. So they're trying to voice their concern about the GCC interference in Bahrain, or rather the occupation of it. And then they're going to be marching to the White House, in which the point is to voice concern about the U.S. administration not voicing its condemnation of the violence and violations happening in Bahrain, although these are close U.S. allies.
Killings in Bahrain! Stop the 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 killings!
We're here today to show our support and solidarity with the people of Bahrain, and also to protest against the human rights violation that is taking place in the country. People of Bahrain are going through some difficult times where their human rights are violated, and for a simple reason, and that is that they ask for freedom and democracy in their country.
Free Bahrain! Free Bahrain! Free Bahrain! What we want! Freedom! Where we want it! In Bahrain!
One of the differences I recognize between my own country, Bahrain, and the United States here is the fact that people here are able to protest, and they're respected. They're respected not only by the people surrounding them, but by the authorities, the police. The police not only respect them, but they guide them through the streets to make sure that they are not harmed. Whereas in Bahrain, if you go out and try to voice your opinion, you are directly targeted by the police, who will try not to only subdue you, but in some cases even kill you. Bahrain is a very small country. So almost every person in Bahrain knows someone who's been arrested, knows someone who was killed, knows someone who's been beaten. But personally, my father and my two brothers-in-law were beaten and then arrested. But my father was beaten very, very severely until he was unconscious. And this makes me very, very worried about what they might be going through right now. I've personally, as a human rights activist, documented cases of people who were detained and then released, and the amount of torture that they went through. So I've heard graphic, horrifying details of the sort of psychological, physical, and sexual torture that is practiced by the national security apparatus in Bahraini prisons.
That is a human rights violation. When you cannot feel safe in your home, that's a human rights violation. When you cannot pray in your mosque or your worship place, that's a human rights violation.
As a Bahraini American, I'm very proud, extremely proud, to see this number of people came for the cause of the people of Bahrain, and under one message, and that is stop human rights violation in Bahrain and freedom for the people of Bahrain. We would like as a Bahraini American, I'm very disappointed and upset that my administration is not doing anything for the people of Bahrain. They are basically utterly silenced against the human rights violation in the country. The revolution in Bahrain is no different than the revolution in Tunisia or Egypt. So if we supported those two revolutions, we should not discriminate against the people of Bahrain.